Welcome to the demonstration of Cerno for Business Intelligence using company data. Before we begin the demo, let's talk about a few key advantages the Cerno platform offers. First, because this is a SaaS platform, it doesn't require any infrastructure or installation on your side. You simply upload your data, which can include thousands to hundreds of millions of records, to our platform. Our biggest differentiator is the use of machine learning in our match process. Match must be custom fit to each customer. Most platforms require the configuration of complicated algorithm or rules to instruct their platform how it should match. Our platform uses machine learning to learn directly from you, using a simple approach that not only makes this the fastest configuration, but also the most accurate. The demo consists of 4 steps. Step number 1 is to load 30 company accounts into the Cerno platform. The second step is to create and train 2 views of the same data. The first view is accounts matched by address, and the second view is accounts matched by nearness. I'll explain more in a minute. Step number 3 is to allow the platform to render the entity's views, and step number 4 is to see an example of the report. The 2 views we're creating are mere examples of the many different views you could create yourself. The first one is the most straightforward use case, where we're actually matching the same account and the same address together. So Austin, Texas 123 Speedway and 123 Speedway. The second one is done on geolocation, or what I would call nearness. In this case, 123 Speedway and 456 24th Street are on the same campus. And like a sales group would want to treat this as the same account, so we group this by nearness. Let's begin the demo with the first step, and that is to upload the company data. Here I'm going to choose a file of comma delimited records that are company data. Now we're going to train the platform for 2 views. First, we're going to go through the address view, and you can see here that the first pair actually match. And so we're going to call this a match. Second pair, these are not a match. They are different addresses, even though they're the same company or university. So we're going to call this not a match. Third pair, we're going to say is not a match because it's not even the same company. This is not a match because it's not the same address. Again, not the same address. Again, not the same address. And what's important in machine learning is not only showing the positives, but also showing the negatives. And that's the reason that we have both positives and negatives here. Here we have not the same address. Again, not the same address. This is not the same company. This is the company and address, so this is a match. This is not a match. And we're done with that first view. So now what we can do is we can actually go back and create a second view based on nearness or location. And so we'll go back to the same exercise. These are the same pairs, but we're actually going to treat it as a different match. So here it's a match because it's the same address. In this case, it's not a match because it's Houston and Dickinson, Texas, and that's too far away. In this case, it's not a match because they're not the same company. Here, however, we're going to treat this as a match because they're both University of Texas Medical Branch at Galveston, but one is in Galveston and one is in Dickinson, and these are only a few miles apart. So we're going to treat this as a match. Here are different companies, so that's not a match. Here again is Galveston and Houston, which is too far away. Here is Austin and Odessa, 2 different companies, not a match. And now here is Galveston and Houston, too far away. Houston and Dallas, but different companies anyway. Here's the same company, same location. And in this case, we're going to treat these University of Texases as the same because I know this location and this location are only a few miles away, so we'll treat that a match. And we're done with that. We've now successfully taught the Cerno platform both views, and it's gone off and learned what we exactly want from a match. Now let's take a look at the report. At the top of the report, you can see the summary for both views. The first row represents the by address, and the second is by geocode. Both use the same exact 30 records, but they both come up with a different set of unique entities based on the way we want it to match. As we look at the actual data below, this first set of data is by address, and you can see that because they're all matched by the same address. So here's a pair that matched, here's a pair that matched, etc. These are all entities that matched by address only. As we get down to the second view by location or by geocode, you can now see that some of these entities are actually matched not necessarily by address specifically, but these are actually grouped now by nearness. So in this case, this whole set of University of Texas Medical Branch at Galveston, they're all being grouped within a few miles of each other. And the sales team will treat this as a single account in this case. Moving further down, you can see the University of Texas at Austin example here. Here again, they're grouped by nearness. The actual street addresses don't match each other, but they're all within a mile or two of each other. This is all the same campus location. To bring the point home, we could have actually constructed yet a third view if we wanted to, and we could have grouped all of the University of Texas Medical Branch at Galveston into one giant entity, even the ones from Houston. In this particular case, you remember we didn't include Houston because it was too far away from Galveston and Dickinson. However, we could have created a third view if we wanted to and have included that as one giant 360-degree view of that location or that company. Now that we've created the properly matched entities, you can now import this into your business intelligence tools such as Tableau and get the right report. Please contact us at sales@entitywise.com. Thanks for watching.